on divorce court today. An across the hall romance started when Timothy saw Jamila standing in her window in her underwear. That apartment complex became a hotbed of activity because he was living with another woman at the time and bounced between their two beds. Timothy Sherrod and Jamila Hardnett have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
Mr. Sherrod, Ms. Hardnett, I'm not sure what you two are doing. I'm not altogether sure you two know what you're doing. My understanding is that you've been together for a period of time, living together. You want him out of your house and to get $650 back for the engagement ring that you bought for the both of you. I think you want to stay. I know what money you're asking for, but I don't know what's really going on. But I need you to explain the situation in the hallway about the woman on one side of the hallway and the woman on the other side of the hallway. How does this happen?
Well, Your Honor, when I first met Mrs. Hardnett, I was living with another woman at the time. I just so happened to be standing outside, and I saw this beautiful young lady standing in the window with her underwear on, and I said to myself, I had to have this woman. Period.
So what, you went across the hallway and...
She eventually came outside, we spoke, we exchanged phone numbers. From there, we started dating, you know, phone conversations, dinners, text messages.
Were you still living with the woman that was across the hall from her?
Yes, ma'am.
And was she aware that you were living with a woman across the hall?
No.
I mean, you had to have seen her, right?
Yes, but he said she was a lesbian, Your Honor. So I'm thinking...
And you believed him?
Yeah. I mean, she had a lot of females over there, so I believe she was a lesbian. And he was just a friend, and he needed somewhere to stay.
But you were sleeping with this other woman across the hall.
Yes, ma'am.
You were living together with her.
Yes, ma'am.
You said the oddest thing to me in your petition. You said, I was living with another woman, but I wasn't in a relationship with her.
No, ma'am. I was dabbing here, dabbing there.
How do you live with a woman, have sex with a woman, and not believe you're not in a relationship with a woman?
I needed a place to stay.
So, she thought you were in a relationship. You were just using her for her crib.
Yes, Your Honor.
Eventually, you moved in with her.
Yes, Your
Part
Tell me
time.
how that happened.
Well, we decided that I'd move in after I got her pregnant, and she felt that I needed to be around during the pregnancy as though she wasn't going to go through the pregnancy alone.
You let this man live across the hall from you, come across the hall, have sex, and then go back with those other woman's house with a whole bunch of women over there, and then you got pregnant by him. Is that what happened?
Yes, basically. I mean, he said she was a lesbian. I believed him. I trusted him. We was young, so it was like,
She
okay.
was part-time lesbian.
No.
She had girlfriends, Your Honor.
Well, are you bisexual?
No, I'm not
this
bisexual.
other woman had
Oh,
girlfriends.
she was a part-time lesbian. Oh, she
Yes.
was bisexual.
Yes. So I wasn't fully lying, Your Honor. 20% was a lie.
But you were sleeping with her.
Yes, Your
That's a
Honor.
big 20%. How long did you know him before you got pregnant?
2 months later.
And that's your 7th, right?
No, she was my 4th child.
4th child, but you got 7 now, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about what you do for recreation in general. Sex is not a form of recreation. Although you recreate when you have sex. But what I'm saying to you is you got to find, you know, get cable. It's less expensive on a monthly basis. It really, really is. When you got pregnant, did you ask him to move in? What happened?
No, he forced his way in. I didn't ask him to move in.
He forced his way in.
he
How did
just
that happen?
Started bringing clothes and shoes, and I started seeing toothbrushes and deodorants, and I was
Did
just
you
like,
want him there?
Okay, yeah, I wanted him there for the pregnancy, so yes. But
Just for the pregnancy. Were you in
Yeah.
love with him?
I loved him at the time.
Were you hoping that this might become a family?
Yes, I wanted it to become a family. Me, him, and I had 3 other kids before I met him.
Uh-huh.
So I wanted it to be a family, but he wasn't ready to settle down.
So once he kind of, slowly moved all of his stuff across the hall, what began to happen?
He started moving back across the hall.
When would he do that? Just on occasion, or?
When I say he can't stay out past 3 o'clock, I don't want him and his homeboys in the front of my door. He'll get mad and he'll move back across the hall. Or, oh my God, if I burn the noodles or if I burn some food, he'll move back across the hall with the female.
Would you leave because you were upset about something, anything?
Your Honor, I left because she was being controlling. I didn't feel I had to make any explanation to anyone.
At all?
At all.
About anything?
About me partying, doing my music, or I was at the time pursuing my career.
Okay. You contended that you were running around with women just generally during this time. Is that true?
Yes.
Did she know that? I mean, was that the rule? That's the agreement that you made? That, look, man, I may have you pregnant, but I'm a free agent?
It was a don't ask, don't tell basis.
But when I asked, he still didn't tell, so it didn't matter.
When you moved across the hall from the other woman, did the other woman go over there and confront her?
I told her that Mrs. Hartnett was a family member's girlfriend.
But how did you explain moving your stuff over there?
I told her I had been out of town. I hadn't been home for a while. So she didn't see me on a daily. The other woman across the hall did never see me. If I was in Mrs. Hartnett's home, I was in her home. I wasn't running around or,
coming in and out. So
wasn't in and out. I did what I needed to do. I laid my head where I needed to lay my head, making sure I wasn't seen.
Did you feel bad at all about that?
I was young, and I felt like I should be young, wild, and free at the time. So I didn't have any feelings. I didn't have any feelings at all, Your Honor.
Next, while Jamila was pregnant with Timothy's baby, how many other women made the same claim? Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Divorce Court, real relationships, raw emotion. Testimony continues now.
Now, in the course of your relationship, you ended up having 4 children together, correct?
Yeah.
Did you consider yourself in a relationship with her?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay. But it didn't exclude other women during
Your
this
Honor.
time. Ms. Harden, why don't you tell me what you know or what you found out he's done during the course of this relationship?
She came to me and told me that she was also messing with Mr. Sherrod. So after that, she started sending fake ultrasounds to him with a baby with teeth in his mouth and stuff like that. I told Mr. Sherrod it was fake, but he didn't believe it. Then I had like 5 other females come out the woodworks saying that they was pregnant with Mr. Sherrod baby, and we was all due back to back. Like, it was no stopping Mr. Sherrod.
Do you believe these women were lying about the babies, or do you believe he didn't have relationships with them?
I believe Mr. Sherrod was doing his thing around town.
Around town?
Yeah.
Tell me about the woman in jail.
Her. Your Honor, this woman in jail was giving me drama in jail. She was pregnant with supposed to be Mr. Sherrod baby. And she had the baby, so I stepped up to be a stepmom to her son. So Mr. Sherrod believed it was his baby, so I wanted to be there. Then when she had him, she got pregnant again. And when I went to go drop my daughter off to his family house, she was like, she was pregnant again with Mr. Sherrod baby. It was shocking to me. So when I asked Mr. Sherrod, he was like, no, he wasn't, that wasn't his baby and stuff like that. So.
Had you slept with this woman, the one that was in jail?
Yes,
Okay.
but I hadn't fathered anyone's child. I was out bumping and grinding, all of that good stuff, you know. But these girls knew each other. Hey, I can get him out of that relationship immediately by a phone call and tell her I'm pregnant with his child, and that's what they used against me.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a victim of some mobbed up, angry women.
Yes, you
Got
are.
together.
That's it.
That's
it.
You know, Mr. Sherrod, you're too good looking for your own good. You know that? It's killing you. You don't know how to handle it. You've gone crazy with it. And the odd thing is, I like you. And I can't quite figure out why. I think it might be because you're so honest about the dirt that you do. I mean, hey, I didn't promise anything. I didn't tell him I was going to be faithful. I lied a little bit about the lesbian business, but okay. But basically, you were screwing around, they were letting you, and you were having a good time, and you hadn't conferred status on anyone, so you figured you were free to do as you pleased.
Yes, Your Honor.
Didn't you find that at all dangerous? To be moving and dipping like that in such a small area?
Well, I was a well-known guy in my area, so everything I did, I made sure to let that female know, hey, this isn't to be spread around. You know, you got the goodies, take it and run. I never told anybody, hey, I was gonna, you know, keep doing this, or, you know, even times where I was paid to do what I was doing on several accounts. Well, you know, seemed like I had clients at times.
Wow.
Just for my time.
Wow.
Females were paying me for their time, and I was accused of fathering a child after I was paid for an encounter.
When divorce court continues, has Jamila acted on her threat of intimate retaliation?
Do you believe Timothy can change his ways and be faithful to only one woman? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now, 1-800-282-1991.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
Mr. Sherrod, where are you from?
Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Are you the only dude there?
No, but I can guarantee you it's a lot of guys out there that's just like me.
Market that tight, huh? It frightens me a little bit that all that's going around. I mean, and you're obviously doing unprotected sex because everybody, you know, people are either think they're pregnant or you're getting people pregnant. And the concern there is not just the mountains of babies that you can create, but, you know, there's communicable diseases out there. I mean, it's life-threatening. You never worry about that?
At the time, I didn't worry about that. There was times where I was given alcohol, which I'm not an alcohol connoisseur, and I was given alcohol, and these certain women knew that that alcohol would make me a little dizzy. So they would take advantage of me at that point. I didn't even know what was going on. So
He can't be that good in bed, could he?
I'm the world's greatest, Your Honor.
Mrs. Hartnett, why did you keep him so long? What was so compelling about that?
My family members said he was young. He's younger than me, so I was just trying to let him live his life.
Now, oddly enough, Mr. Sherrod, you contend that Ms. Hartnett cannot stay out of the club and that she is running around and sleeping with guys behind your back. Is that true?
Yes, that is very true, Your Honor.
You say she was sleeping with guys that she met at the club.
She wasn't returning home.
Ms. Hartnett, were you sleeping around?
No, Your Honor, I slept around twice.
During your relationship with him?
Yes, retaliation to get back at him. Yes, I did.
You know, I don't understand the concept of retaliation sex. I just don't get it. I don't get how that accomplishes anything. Guy fools around on, you boot him out. And it's the end of it, period. End of story. Goodbye. Right?
Yeah.
Mr. Sherrod, how do you feel about it now? You said you weren't in a relationship with her before. You really didn't care. You were out doing your thing. You got 4 kids with her now. How do you feel about her now?
Let's just say our children brought a bond to us that I feel no one could break. Each child made us stronger. And if I could have more with her, then I would...
Oh, no.
keep trying.
Let me beg you not to.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
I have to beg you about this because you're young, you're not appropriately financed, you certainly don't have a great deal of impulse control. I don't know if you know how to plan. I don't know if you understand what love is. But having children does not form a relationship. It doesn't cement a bond. It gives you residual feelings towards the mother. It gives you some sense of obligation. But a lot of that, it's all about sacrifice and not you, not you, not you. You come 9th on the list when you have a whole bunch of children. And I don't think you know how to do that. You're running around, you're hurting her feelings. She's hurt, she's scared, she's worried. She doesn't know if you're going to come back. She doesn't know if you find, you go across the hall the other way, find some other woman. She's insecure. So don't have any more children. Do you understand my reasoning there?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Do you love her?
Very much.
You want to stay?
Yes, I do.
Is it just because you don't have anywhere else to live?
No, Your Honor, I'm a working man now.
You're going to take him back, aren't you?
I don't know.
Have you stopped running around?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
When's the last time you had outside sex? You've been honest until now. Don't muck it up.
It was about a year ago. It was a retaliation.
What the heck is wrong with you people? Sex is a special thing, and it's not something that you do with just anybody. We're going to create a society where nobody has any stability because you people are running around treating it like it's a trip to the 7-Eleven, and it's not. You bought the engagement rings for the 2 of you, and you want that money back.
Yes.
Why'd you buy them?
Because he wasn't working at the time, and he proposed to me, and I bought the rings for both of us to wear on our fingers.
Do you wear yours?
All the time, Your Honor.
You have it on now?
Yes, I do.
Let's see it.
I can't speak for her, Your Honor.
Why don't you wear the ring on your finger?
He makes me mad at times, and I take it off.
What does he make you mad about?
I believe he's still out there cheating, Your Honor. I believe so.
And he is?
He's a party promoter.
Oh, he's cheating. Look at him. He's cheating. That's a I'm cheating face. You know what I mean? No. That's what he's cheating. I can't give you any money for those rings because you bought it on a humble. You had a wild man out there, and you thought you were going to lasso him around the finger and bring him in and tie him up, and he wouldn't go anywhere. And that doesn't work out. He is who he is. He's not going to change because you put a ring on his finger. He just isn't going to do it. He's having too much fun. He has no negative repercussions. You haven't put him out. You're still in the house with him, paying half the bills. You got the kids. You need to step on with a life that is beyond him. And you just jive. I mean, you just, it's one thing to have the ability to just do whatever you want to anybody. You have the ability to screw around and say, I guess the market's real tight out there and there aren't any men around, or there are just a few of you, and a few of you who look pretty good can sleep with anybody that they want to. But that just makes you so tired and sad. You know what I mean? He's one of the guys that created this whole sea and generation of aimless children out there who have nothing or going anywhere because he was just bouncing around. God bless you, honey. Throw him out. There will be no recovery in this matter.
Jamila agrees with the judge that she is responsible for her own actions and should have been clear to Timothy about her boundaries. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.